We are live for the final Super 4 game between India and Bangladesh, and let me tell you the breaking news immediately. Tilak Varma is making his ODI debut today. He had impressed in the series against the West Indies, and because of that, wow, he's gotten a chance at this point at the Asia Cup. Nothing to lose because India are already in the final, Bangladesh already eliminated. So it's your first, you may say, maybe second dead rubber encounter in this entire Asia Cup, because Nepal, India might have been a dead rubber because for all practical purposes,
Nepal were never
ever in the fray. So nothing to take away from Nepal, but India Bangladesh is the definition of a true dead rubber at this point. So Tilak Varma, maybe he can. Who will he replace? That's the major question.
I think if he is, as I said, I don't think you're dropping a KL or Ishan. You're dropping at most one of them, but both of them really need game time. Maybe Ishan.
You will have to drop Ishan.
Yeah.
Because Shreyas is also coming back.
Exactly, and you need to give him game time too. So
Shreyas most likely is coming back in the fray. So, there's my good friend Shoaib Ali, the Bangladesh superfan, along with our Indian superfan Sudhir. Yeah, I mean, I had very good interactions with Shoaib Ali. He's a very passionate fan. One of the few Bangladeshi supporters who know that their team is in a transitionary phase. They are not keeping their expectations high. They just love the game as it is. You don't want to see that much of a crowd today at the Ketarama because honestly...
actually, I mean, to be fair, 2 days straight we've seen very good crowds.
Yeah.
India, Sri Lanka, then for Sri Lanka, Pakistan, you saw some very, very good crowds.
Sri Lanka, Pakistan, goosebumps crowd, man. I mean, the power of crowds is very much evident in this particular thing. So, yeah, Sanket Joshi, good morning from Germany, man. After a long time indeed. So, yes. Then let's see, Rohit is playing. One of our producers had stated that Rohit and Virat both will not be playing. So I said, how? You need game time. It's not as if you're playing a meaningless bilateral series or anything. You're playing a proper Asia Cup Super 4s.
Albeit being a dead rubber.
And Rohit Sharma tosses the coin. And
the coin's gone for a bit of a toss.
Long way. Now has Rohit Sharma... Oh, Bangladesh have won the toss. No. Oh no, Rohit Sharma has
won. There's a bit
won.
of a confusion.
I hope he bowls.
Yeah, also Tanzim Hassan is making his debut for Bangladesh.
So
clearly even Bangladesh, I mean, to be fair, there had to be one change because we knew
Mushfiqur Rahim is wrong.
So I'm guessing Litton might take the gloves then.
Mostly. Yeah, Litton will take the gloves mostly. So Rohit Sharma, has he chosen to bowl? Yes, India have won the toss and chosen to bowl, because remember in the earlier two Super 4 encounters, India chose to bat.
Correct.
Against Pakistan and against Sri Lanka. Now remember, I don't know what strip they are playing on at the Ketarama, because if it's, remember the Sri Lanka-Bangladesh match, it happened, the Sri Lanka-Bangladesh and Sri Lanka-Pakistan match happened on the same pitch.
And don't forget, we've seen very contrasting pitches at the Ketarama, because for India-Pakistan, you had an absolute belter. Very next day, India-Sri Lanka, you saw an absolute spin paradise.
Okay, drum rolls please. We have our Indian playing 11. Okay.
We know there's a debut.
No Virat Kohli.
I told you.
No Virat Kohli. So, this is the batting lineup. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill. Surya Yadav at 3. That's the batting order. Okay. Number 4, Tilak Varma.
That means no Shreyas, no?
KL Rahul, Ishan Kishan. 6-7. Aksar Patel, Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Shami, Prasidh, and even Hardik Pandya. And Shreyas Iyer. Yeah, Shreyas Iyer has shown improvement, but he is not yet fully fit. So that is the playing 11, folks. Massive changes. So no Virat Kohli, number 1. No Hardik Pandya.
No Jadeja.
No Jadeja. No Bumrah. No Siraj.
That's 5 changes.
5 changes. Oh, I got my batting prediction wrong.
I did tell you they might rest Kohli. Off camera, Siddharth and I were discussing, and he said that there's no way they can rest everyone. I said, no, I think they will rest someone like Kohli.
Oh, so from Hardik Pandya onwards, I got it wrong. I had stated Hardik might play, Bumrah and Siraj will be rested, that I knew. So, yes, Bumrah and Siraj have been rested, Prasidh and Shami are in, that is right. But I did not count upon Virat Kohli to get rested today, because he got out cheaply in the previous game against Sri Lanka. So I thought maybe you would want some game time. But
maybe.
But it's Kohli, King Kohli. Exceptions can be made in that. So Surya Yadav and Tilak Varma. And you got Ishan Kishan. So it seems like a Mumbai Indians top order. Rohit, Surya, Ishan and Tilak.
And I think for the first time in what feels like forever, the Indian ODI batting lineup is 3 left-handers.
Yes, you've got Tilak, you've got Ishan, you've got
Akshar.
3 left-handers in that 7. So, boy, oh boy, lot of changes.
Yeah, but obviously a lot of people will be very excited to see a lot of these players in action, particularly the batsmen. Again, you're very curious to see how a Tilak does.
Yes.
Or even more so with the Surya, because again, we know his ODI numbers have been underwhelming, to put it politely. Will they even get a chance to bat?
I think so.
No, there's no guarantee. What if India bundle out Bangladesh cheaply and then win by 10 wickets?
Maybe that might not happen. I mean, I think Bangladesh might put up a bit of a competitive thing than Nepal did. So,
but again, they are lashing again, as we've talked about Bangladesh time and time again. Their batting does rely on 3 batters mostly.
One is gone.
And one of them is not that day. So that makes them look even more meek, if you ask me.
Actually, if you are being generous, you can say 4, because Shakib and
Litton.
Najmul Hasan Shanta is not there.
What about Litton?
Litton. But Litton's form so far has been
very average today. So, boy, I mean, 5 changes. So, let's focus on the Indian team. Okay. Big opportunity for Surya because Shreyas is not yet fully fit. Okay. So, you've got Surya Yadav. He has to make a big impression today.
Yeah.
Because remember, India are still sweating over the number 4 position because Shreyas is not fit.
Yeah.
If Surya can fire, but remember, even today, he's facing up to Bangladesh's array of left arm spin, you may call left arm pace, because remember, there is also Shariful, there is Shakib, left armers who can trouble Surya essentially. So, looking at the situation, Surya Yadav needs to perform. Remember, he didn't set the ODIs in the West Indies on fire. He did well kind of in the T20Is, but
we've always known that he's a great T20 player.
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is Surya, that's what, transitioning to one format to another is not easy in this current generation.
I think there are 2 players who made it look very easy, and therefore everyone expects it to be that easy.
Yeah, Virat
and AB.
AB de Villiers.
The 2 players who made it a seamless transition.
Although kind of, if I may say, AB did struggle in T20Is, but T20s he was a beast.
But if you're talking about at the international level, okay, being good in 2 out of 3 formats isn't terrible. And to be fair, in T20s, as you say, leagues.
Maybe 50-50, I may say, Kane Williamson, because he also was consistent.
Yeah, at one point he was consistent, but I think in recent times his
T20
form has kind of gone off a cliff.
Yes.
But yeah, he did actually for a brief period have that. I think someone who can do that now maybe is a Conway.
Devon Conway is doing it. In fact, ODIs, tests, T20Is, he's really upping the ante there as well.
Some younger players who are doing it. Him, I'd say to an extent, Harry Brook has done it.
Brook doing it.
In fact, has a better T20I record than he does in domestics.
Maybe a certain Aiden Markram.
Yeah.
But tests, I don't know.
Tests again, yeah.
He's been a problem in test matches. Yeah. So, boy, I mean, Surya now, he will face the acid test here because see, if Surya performs, I think India's one major box will be ticked.
Then at least
our backup is there.
I'm not sure, even if he does, I don't know if, again, you're trying to force the issue here if you ask me. Frankly, I think it's in terms of opportunities and everything, I think we saw enough. We have seen enough, and we recently, let's not forget, we saw the ODI series in West Indies as well.
Yeah.
So if you look at the, even if he fires today, and I hope he does since he's got an opportunity, but I don't think you're getting any answers. You are trying to scratch the surface so hard that you end up finding something underneath it, and at some point you will find something. Surya does give you that sort of promise. Having said that, again, we know that he is in the squad only because of the strong belief that the management has in him. His
promise. Promise. That's the key word.
Exactly. The promise and the belief that they have in him. And I'm not too sure. See, in the larger scheme of things, he's anyway not in your playing 11, in your starting 11.
Yep.
So I'm not too sure how many answers you will get even if he fires.
So Surya at 3 and Tilak at 4 or vice versa?
No, I think it will be Sky at 3.
It will be Sky at 3. Okay.
Anyway, I think Tilak's form here is immaterial because he's not going to be part of the World Cup squad. But for Sky, whether at 3, whether at 4, middle order runs are runs.
Runs are runs, boss. And
because
remember,
he doesn't have that many in ODIs.
Yep. So who are the spinners today? You've got Jaddu and Aksar, and you've got Tilak. 3 spinners.
Oh, so they're basically not playing Kuldeep.
They have not played Kuldeep. Nope. So that is the thing. So they've got 3 spinners and 3 pacers.
My God.
Jadeja's there. Who's saying Jadeja's there?
No.
Kuldeep.
Kuldeep. We made a
Kuldeep
mistake.
is not there.
Kuldeep.
So Jaddu and Aksar are there and Tilak.
Are your only 2 spin
Tilak.
operators.
No, Tilak.
And this Tilak, by the way, did practice yesterday. He was bowling a lot
Yeah.
of spin to Jadeja yesterday.
And he's also, bowled for India in T20.
Yes. He almost got you 2 wickets in 1 over in that game is West
First
Indies.
over was good, but the second over, remember, he got the treatment.
Yep.
By the way, Mustafiz is also back today.
Mustafiz and Tanzid Hassan is back. So Tanzid Hassan, by the way, is making his ODI debut. And the Fizz is back.
Who's keeping for them? Is it Hussain?
It'll be Litton.
It'll mostly be Litton.
Litton is normally the keeper, no? For when if Mushfiqur is not.
Yeah, but I think Bangladesh's chances got a big dent because Nazmul Hossain Shanto got injured at the wrong
Shanto's
time.
injury kind of really didn't do them any favors because he was their best batsman.
Yep.
Him and Mehdi were doing really well. Mehdi's form kind of tapered off
Tapered
once
off.
they pushed him higher up the order.
Yeah.
And Najmul Hossain Shanto unfortunately picked up that injury.
Really big problem,
After
yes.
the 3-match stage or the 4-match stage, he's still the top run getter.
Yes, he was.
He was only Rohit Sharma with this third 50, I think Rohit, who then ended up leapfrogging.
Yes.
But he continues to find himself Shanto over there in the second and third.
Yep.
I will say one thing though, I wish they didn't risk Kuldeep today.
Yeah.
Neither am I very, excited, let's say happy to know that Kuldeep. Again, one thing with especially with either batter or bowlers, if they're going through purple patches, they have that rhythm. Never break that rhythm.
Even Bumrah for that matter. How much has Bumrah played today going to rest?
I think he bowled a total of 13 overs in the 2 games.
Exactly.
Against Pakistan, I think he bowled 7. Against Sri Lanka, also 7. 14 overs he must have bowled. So,
I'm fine with Bumrah, to be honest. I'm fine with Bumrah.
yeah, anyway, we all predicted Bumrah and Siraj will get rested because of workload management thing. That was anyway there. But Kuldeep, why Kuldeep? Because he took 9 wickets for 68 runs in the 2 games that he played. He was your best bowler by a country mile at this point. Why Kuldeep? I just don't understand. But then, yeah, they want to sort out the conundrum. Maybe see who among Aksar or Shardul capitalizes.
I mean, look, I've already stated my preferred person over there.
Yeah.
It has to be Shardul.
It has
and
to.
of course, today though provides a good opportunity for Akshar because again, if he can, his bowling was suspect.
Yeah.
But his batting against Sri Lanka pretty much won you the game.
If I'm not wrong. Very handy
27.
27.
That was the difference. I mean, let's not make any bones about it. That was a really crucial knock. And you minus that 27, and apart from all the other things, Sri Lanka could actually have won at this point. So, it's a big opportunity even for Aksar Patel because he will now be wanting to see that. But in India, at around October, November, will we get those square turners? That's what I'm.
Especially when you consider the fact that the pitches are now under very much the jurisdiction of the ICC.
ICC,
for the World Cup.
yes.
They're going to ensure you get belters. At least as
Absolutely.
close to belters as possible.
Exactly. So, Bangladesh versus India. Bangladesh have never beaten India in Sri Lanka in any format for that matter because if you look at the Nidahas Trophy, India had won all of the games. If you look at all the other encounters, ASIA Cup encounters in Sri Lanka, India have won that as well. So, Bangladesh essentially outside of Bangladesh.
Have really struggled against it.
Only once I think they won outside, that was the West Indies, I think. Apart from that, all the remaining 6 ODI wins have come in Bangladesh for that matter. So,
A very good side at home.
they are an excellent side at home. But the problem is, outside their home comforts, they are pretty bad.
Yeah, they're Tigers at home and Lambs abroad.
What India faced for a good 2 decades, Bangladesh is facing that. And see, they're showing the visual of, oh man,
Of all matches.
the 2016 epic of epic jokes in the history of cricket. Epic. How do you lose 2 of 3?
And again, premature celebrations.
Yes. You never do a Mushfiqur. Never. That's why. There was a viral video in which there are a lot of athletes who were premature celebrations and they were made to pay. Mushfiqur was made to pay in a big way. So, it's been a very one-sided rivalry. Occasionally, Bangladesh have managed to beat them at home. But apart from that,
Yeah.
They did it very recently as well. This
Yeah.
was 8 months back.
thanks to one particular individual who's been promoted up the order,
And
Mehdi.
they've not been playing as well.
Of course. And I was there, 2018, Nidahas at the Ketarama. Man, oh man. What a match. What a match.
5
Dinesh.
runs needed.
Yeah, 5 runs needed of 1 ball, and initial needed 34 of 12.
It's the sort of drama that you saw yesterday night.
Oh yes, Sri Lanka almost bottled it up big time. How do you?
I loved how the match sort of, it moved like a pendulum.
I know.
The last 2 overs here.
Shaheen got those 2 wickets.
12 of 12.
8 of 6.
4 picks, 2 wickets. Was on a hat trick. Then comes in an ODI debutant. Zaman Khan bowls very good 3.
I was very impressed with how he was bowling yesterday, Zaman.
Yeah, he was.
And how he held his composure.
He did.
In fact, I would say
He fed that run out.
In fact, he was far more, if we're talking about composure and having that calm head, Wasim Jr. really lost his head. I think he bowled about 3 or 4
Only
overs.
3 overs.
And he was hammered.
In the power play, I think he
He was
was.
badly hammered.
Yeah.
To the point where the commentators were actually discussing if in the last over do you want to go to a spinner or do you want to go to one of the pacers, because they weren't sure any of the pacers would.
Because Iftikhar had got.
Yes, and Iftikhar had gotten 3 wickets.
But Iftikhar couldn't have bowled.
Yeah.
Because Shaheen bowled 9, Shadab bowled 9. So only 2 bowlers could have bowled 9 overs.
Exactly. Iftikhar, actually, it was always the case between Iftikhar or Shaheen. Once they went with Shaheen, Iftikhar was done.
Iftikhar was done. So that's
Although, to be
why.
fair, bowling a spinner in the last 2
Last
overs.
over.
Could have worked. Could have worked. I mean,
No, I don't.
Zaman Khan.
Zaman Khan was unlucky.
Exactly,
Like
that
1-4.
boundary also that came again, he was unlucky. He did his well.
You asked me, no, what is this bowling action kind of remind me of Zaman Khan? It's a mixture of Malinga, but the run-up is like Krishmar Santoki of West
In
Indies.
fact, I see his action is more, and probably with less speed, but Sean Tate-ish.
I agree.
Sean
I
Tate.
More Tate.
But
I said the same.
Tate was slingshot, he's more round armish.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Even the way that the two hold the ball, it reminds me of Sean
Exactly.
Tate. Sean Tate was never that bowler who would hold the ball, seam up, facing the batter, always side on.
Yeah, but then it kind of reminds me of Malinga and Santoki, the mixture. You look at Krishmar Santoki, left armour, he would just come and have a very round armish action. Malinga also slingy but round armish. Same, I would say, in that situation. So Zaman Khan unfortunately could not.
I think he's proved himself to be a very good backup option.
Very good backup, because remember,
He was on debut yesterday.
Naseem Shah might not be available for the starting of the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what
Babar Azam has stated. So big opportunity for Zaman Khan then to make it, because remember, Pakistan can make changes until 27th, and Shoaib Akhtar was very, very disappointed with the way how Pakistan played, and we'll do a special video on that. Shoaib Akhtar's rant against Pakistan, especially against Babar Azam's captaincy also. Somewhere
Was he critical?
many people, no, I don't, I'll have to check the video out for that, but many people on social media have said that Babar Azam is a good batter, but I think tactically he lacks a bit of acumen.
I was in fact listening to Wahab Riaz yesterday when Rahul was having a chat with him. Wahab felt that, it's again, he echoed the same sentiment as that of Babar, and he said that, okay, one thing's there that, this wasn't Pakistan's best 11, and I agree with Wahab over there. The other point being that even when you knew that, you didn't have your best 11, this is still a very good side. It's just that they lost their composure on the day, and that is something that you need to ask of the captain and the players as well, because Shadab, and he was in particularly worried about Shadab, I remember, and it is worrying. If you're a Pakistan supporter, you're worried because he's a lead spinner. If he gets tongued the way he's been tongued this whole Asia Cup, he's not, I don't remember an instance where he's managed to trouble anyone.
Yep, they are.
Barring, I think, the Nepal game where he was effective, and you would expect him to be effective against
but
Nepal.
Shadab's lack of wickets in the middle overs really hurt Pakistan's Asia.
Big time.
If you want to look at what was the major factor,
It was their middle overs.
middle overs. Luckily, Iftikhar kept you in the
Hunt.
because of those 3
In
wickets.
fact, if you see, both teams consolidated in the middle overs after losing a wicket early on. Same with Pakistan as well. After that rain break, 130 for 5. Look at the consolidation then that followed from Iftikhar and Mohammad Rizwan.
Yep.
Same with Pakistan as well. 2 partnerships that won them in those middle overs that won them the match.
Yes,
Sri Lanka.
exactly. So coming back to India, there's going to be no India-Pakistan final yet again in the Asia Cup. We'll have to wait for a couple of years. Yep. Now, India are in a very great situation at this point. They have got their bench strength that they can test. There is no pressure, and that is the reason why you can expect. See, Tilak is not part of the World Cup squad, isn't it?
No.
He isn't.
Tilak's not.
Tilak's not. But I'll take, before Sarit Mohanty, I'll take Sharan's thing. So technically we can say Shreyas is out of World Cup? No.
No, not at all.
He can't.
They literally just said that he's recovering from the backstab. Huh?
He's not fully fit yet.
And pathetic fitness assessment, I agree, but that's not something that you can blame the player for. You'll blame the
NCA for it.
Yeah, because see, as Nikhil had pointed out one of the lives, I mean, he was taking a high catch, he was running for it, and then he got that back
Yeah,
spasm.
and these things happen. You know, if you saw again the visuals in the build-up to yesterday's match as well, Imam ul Haq was also training with the side. They were doing the usual warm-up, but then he went to the ground. Exactly, he went to the ground and he was in visible discomfort. So these things happen, and as we've seen, not just with Shreyas Iyer, you will probably see that with Imam as well. These injuries, they're not injuries per se. You
can't always control it.
Exactly, these are niggles, and it does take about 3 to 4 days time when you get such niggles. So again, I like the fact that they're trying to be extremely overcautious with him, not taking any chances with Shreyas Iyer, because that's the importance of him in the side. And perhaps then, if it's not the final of the Asia Cup as well, but I do hope, in fact, that I do get to see him, because it would have been a week by then that Shreyas would have had that niggle.
Correct.
So I would want to see him in the final, where is a different debate altogether. But otherwise, Shreyas Iyer will have just 3 matches after this.
Yep.
And count 2 warm-ups, which aren't actually official matches, but still gives them some game time.
I think you're playing England and Netherlands, I think so. Yeah.
I think
at the Barsapara and Thiruvananthapuram.
One in Guwahati.
Yeah, and one in Thiruvananthapuram.
Perhaps you're right. Yeah. Trivandrum got
so
one.
So Sarit Mohanty is like telling us, Chahal, Sanju, Umran will be part of Asian Games after missing out World Cup.
Is Chahal there?
Oh, no, Chahal isn't there. Umran is expected to replace Shivam Mavi.
Yes.
And Sanju, I don't think was named in the squad.
Exactly, I don't think Sanju is there either. You'll have to check that, buddy.
Yeah, they won't. And as he says that India needs to groom bowling all-rounders like Harshad Rana, Hangar Gekar, Mavi, Tewatia, so boss, let it be. I think he doesn't bowl for his IPL franchise. Yeah. But I do agree, you do need a few more pace bowling all-rounders in particular.
Especially Harshad Rana, Rajvardhan Hangar Gekar.
Harshad Rana has been in good form even after the IPL.
Domestic.
Exactly, domestic. I remember Duleep Trophy, he was delivering the goods in the Duleep Trophy as well.
He got a Ranji Trophy ton.
Big ton, in fact. Did he get to 130 or something?
Yeah, he did. It was a big
Yeah.
But you're only seeing all these grooming maybe
Harshad Rana, in fact, is there in Asian Games, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Is he? I don't remember.
Arshdeep's there, he's there.
I'll have to check.
It's been quite a while
that squad was announced.
Yeah. Maybe all this will begin after the 2024 World T20, because with all the existing crop, these guys trying to fit in, I don't think it will be easy. So Tewatia, I mean, see, there is a weakness with AB Tewatia. Although I love the guy, I admire the way how he's won matches for his franchisee, but there is a very predominant weakness, just like Mohammad Rizwan.
Offside.
He's very leg-sided.
Very leg-sided. If you bowl it in the arc, that's it.
Yeah.
Tewatia will punish you, and that's the reason why. And go down, I think we took this. Ishika Sharan is like saying,
first super chat from Ishika, thank you so much.
Yep. Why was Virat rested? Doesn't he need game time considering he didn't play in West Indies only as the Australia series before the World Cup?
Yeah,
I do agree.
I agree. In fact, I don't see of the 5 changes they made.
Again,
I would have not rested Bumrah or Kuldeep either.
The way I look at it, you're looking for answers. You're looking for 2 answers. One, again, that forever answer that you've been looking for, or the perennial answer, I should say, Surya Kumar Yadav. You want clarity, you want him to. So that's one. Again, this was the opportunity. Of course, you're not going to make this change in the final. Second, Tilak. And I sort of got the hint yesterday itself when Paras Pamre said that, at some point, we're going to be looking at an off spinner as well. Somebody who can bat. So perhaps that for me was a big hint that you could see Tilak play. And optional practice. Remember, on the eve of a match, if there's an optional practice, if you see certain players train hard, knowing that it's a dead rubber, it's always a strong indicator.
Yep, it is. So, see, Virat resting, and I'm also not a big fan of it. Virat and Kuldeep's resting made no sense for me.
Bumrah too. I'm sorry.
I know.
He's just come back into rhythm after more than a year. Give him that little bit of sustained run. You need rhythm.
But once bitten, twice shy. I think they are very, very cautious. This time they are veering towards the ultra cautious approach.
Yeah, which of course last year they did the exact opposite. So
they rushed him, so that's
exactly with Bumrah again, because I know that again he looks good. There's not been any visible change in his run up or his bowling action, his speed. Things look intact. But even as an Indian cricket fan, I am fine with him being rested because remember, let's just get back, cast our minds back to that moment. Remember when we saw his ankle twist? Did we not have our hearts in our mouth? We want the guy. See, we know he's a game changer. He's India's X factor in the World Cup. So if he's rested as a precautionary measure, I think I'm fine with that. That's okay. You wouldn't have gotten again a lot of answers from him. Let's say, just bowling through the lineup or just bowling to teams like Nepal, Bangladesh. You're not getting a lot of answers if he just was to run through their batting attacks.
Because Virat has played in only 3 matches in this Asia Cup. 2 against Pakistan, 1 against Sri Lanka.
True.
Okay. He got out for 4 in the game against Pakistan, got 100 against Pakistan, got a low score against Sri Lanka.
14.
So,
what was it?
14. Maybe, yeah, it was. Vella Lage got him left arm spin, and remember he averages less than 13 against left arm spin.
And since 2020.
So that is what GGK is pointing out. Will this affect Virat as vulnerable to spin? I mean, if he wanted to correct his spin anomalies, what better team than Bangladesh?
Exactly.
You've got Shakib, you've got Mehdi, then
you've got Shakib, you've got Mehdi, you've got Mehdi.
Mahedi, yes, there is Mahedi Hassan.
There's Mahedi and there's Mehdi.
So wait, there is no Hassan Mahmood.
No, I don't think so.
He was
Just, go to the other tab, we'll check the playing 11s.
Yeah, there's no Hassan.
Because they made a few changes. See, Litton, Tanzir, Anamul Haq, Shakib, Tawid Rida, Shamim.
So Tanzir is one change that they made, right?
Yes.
See, there is Tanzir and there is Tanzim Shakib. Okay.
Yeah, Tanzim Shakib is a pacer.
Pacer, yeah.
So he's at number 10.
Oh boy.
So see, there's Mehdi Hassan and Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah, and there's Shakib. 3 spinners essentially.
Exactly.
So why couldn't Virat have tested it out again? Especially in Shakib, one of the best left arm spinners that's there. That's why I'm not a big fan of Virat getting rested or Kuldeep getting them. Because see, Kuldeep,
Also
you needed that rhythm, sustain that rhythm, yeah. Doesn't happen at this point. So Kuldeep's resting, I'm not a big fan.
He's such a joy to watch at the moment, yeah.
Bowling so well.
He won you the game against Sri Lanka. Make no mistake about it.
Even Pakistan, that fifer, I mean, to be fair, he didn't win it, but he made it such a crushing win.
He ensured that that opposition was down and out.
Exactly.
After the 4 wickets that Siraj and Bumrah took along with Hardik Pandya, that's it. You had no choice. Is that Hatharu, sir? Maybe it is. No, it's not Hatharu, sorry. Hatharu is, I think, for Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Chandrika Hatharu Singh, but he looked like him, so that's the situation. Empty stands at the Ketarama, and remember
But I do see some Bangladesh supporters there.
Yeah.
Good to see them.
All 5 of them.
Yep. Oh boy. Is that Alan Donald?
Yeah.
That's
My goodness. White lightning forever.
He's their pace bowling coach.
Pace bowling coach, yes. So that is the situation, and India. That's what GGK. I agree with you. Virat Kohli, that anomaly could have been corrected today.
To do today.
Yep. Akash Bharadwaj. So I think Iyer is out. So does it open the door for Sanju or a Tilak off-spin option?
I'd say probably the latter. Because Tilak does tend to give you that bowling option and left-hander. So if, and right now, by the way, there's no certainty because I do think they'll pursue or stick with Shreyas as long as possible. And if they're saying he's getting better, then that means I think they will stick with him. But I think if anything were to happen, I think Tilak would probably be that first choice.
Yes. Sanju, sorry boss. I think he's...
Asian Games it is.
Is he there in the Asian Games?
No. Then what do you call whatever it is then? Wait for the next T20.
I don't think he's there in the Asian Cup,
he's not
Asian Games. Yeah.
So
no, then you wait.
Sanju, as always.
Australia T20s.
Yeah, Australia T20s. In an ODI World Cup year, he plays T20s. In a T20 World Cup year, he plays ODIs.
But there's not that many ODIs only.
Exactly. So GGK, if Sky fails today, will he be dropped? No. It's done. The squad, he is there until the World Cup. Now you have to.
It's been crystallized.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Until 28th, they can make a change.
Yep.
But they won't.
But Arun Teja is not very happy with the management.
Neither is him, nor is in fact Austin Kunia. And I understand. I don't understand why you've rested Kohli. And I hope to God that in Australia, for the Australia series, you get to see in 3 matches your full strength team. No rest, no rotation, even if you win the series.
Oh yeah, you cannot do that.
I doubt that.
Because see, you've got very short turnaround time. 22, you're playing your first game. 24th, you're playing your second game. 27th.
Exactly.
Okay, so that is the situation. So exactly, Austin, why rest Virat and also Arun Teja? Virat only batted in Pakistan game.
I understand.
I'm also not a big fan of Virat getting rested because I based my playing 11 on the fact that yesterday I had made a prediction. I got the entire batting wrong because I thought Rohit will play definitely.
Nobody could have predicted this batting lineup. Yeah.
That Virat would rest. I never expected, because I thought the same arguments what our family members are saying, that he's played only 3 ODIs in these last 6 months. And
as Project Group points, I saying don't question Virat's performance in the final if you rest him this frequently, because there is something in the end of the day that's called rhythm, which, to be fair, batsmen need, or any player needs, need to be playing consistently, not start, stop.
but Project Group, if that is the, I don't know why he's got that name, Project Group.
Give me a real name. my
Yeah,
friend.
but if Virat performs well in the final, then I think this kind of strategy by the team management then is justified, because you want performances. If he performs in the final, all these kind of debate
Will be forgotten.
So pray that he does well in the final, then we'll not have it. Even if he's rested for a dead rubber against Australia, maybe could happen. You need, actually, India's participation preparation has begun, but your World Cup preparation, I think it begins from 30th September, if I'm not mistaken, or 30th, I guess. England Barsapara is on 30th, if I'm not mistaken.
30th?
Warm-up.
30th and
28th, I think you're playing Australia in the last
27th.
27th.
Rajkot. You're playing in Rajkot, Indore, Mohali. So maybe 30th or 1st, I'm not sure. 1st and 3. Because New Zealand Pakistan has been played on 29th for a simple reason, I know, because Hyderabad now wants no crowds at the HCA for that game.
Yeah.
So again, a festival season yet again.
And apparently people couldn't think of that beforehand.
Couldn't. Exactly. And you're raising the issue now when there is hardly 13 days left. Excellent.
Makes perfect sense.
Makes absolute sense.
Makes sense.
Yep. So
Anyway, let's just take
couple of questions here.
We've taken enough questions. Score predictions.
score predictions. Oh boy,
This is a toughie.
it's a toughie. Firstly, my one prediction. I hope no rain today. Please, we've had enough of rains. Exactly. So that is why GGK, it will be the Sky
Sky.
who will be batting at 3.
Not KL.
Yep. And Bangladesh 210 and India winning this comfortably by
210.
210. Winning by 8 wickets.
210 sounds like he's giving the time. No, I say about 185. India win.
85. Remember, once we predicted India Pakistan, we got our score predictions.
No, it doesn't matter. This is predictions.
I'll go Bangladesh 230.
230. Okay.
230 means they bat 50 overs.
Yeah. Exactly. And India are winning. That's the obvious.
India winning.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you two had predicted Sri Lanka yesterday. I was the one who said that Pakistan do have that, but it boiled down to the last ball. It would have gone
I didn't
anyways.
predict anything yesterday.
Gargi was there.
Gargi had stated that Shane also predicted
Oh
Sri
yeah,
Lanka.
the day before on the dugout, I predicted it.
Yeah, you predicted Sri Lanka. So that's the
Yeah,
situation.
because Pakistan's bowling, the weekend bowling, I think, was
Especially
the
spin bowling.
weekend bowling. The two main pacers not there. That was
Yeah.
the main thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep. So yeah, it is indeed Dex. India will beat Bangladesh at the Ketarama
100%.
unless Bangladesh pull off a miracle.
Which will not help their cause much. So
Exactly. GGK 140 and India win by 10 wickets. You have been very generous, but okay, fine, no problem. Let's
Anyway, we'll see you guys now, middle of the innings. Hopefully, it's very sunny by the way, so
see. Please.
fingers crossed.
Please, God,
Please.
please. Chalo, bye. Take care from me, Harshit and Shane. We'll join you.
fast.